And welcome. We're going to give you a quick video tutorial today about your client administrative web portal. And we're going to first start out with how to access that web portal and how to log in on that web portal for the first time. Now, you'll get an email from Streetwise CAD Link, and it will advise you of your username that you can use for the web portal. And by the way, this web portal can be accessed from any web browser that's on a desktop computer or even a smartphone or a tablet. But we're going to, for the purposes of the demo, use a desktop computer. And we're using the Firefox browser at this particular point. So you'll be given a URL, that is the destination that you're going to type into the browser address, and that is crm.streetwisecadlink.com. And you can see from the screen here I've already typed that in. Now the first thing you do is in the username you're going to type in the username that you were given in the email. The very first time you log in, you're not going to need to put in a password at all, but you will be required to create a password the first time that you log in. So we've entered our username that we were given here. We're going to tap log on, and as you can see, we're being required to create a password. So we'll type in the password we want to use, and we'll confirm that by typing it a second time. And then we'll tap OK. It'll record that password, and of course you'll want to write it down so that you have it in the future. That opens us to the main screen of the web portal, and we'll talk about the various components of this, and then the other tutorials will go into detail. In the upper left, you have a main menu hamburger icon, as we like to call it. If you tap on that, it'll give you the main menu. Now you're going to open directly to your department. There is a menu item for department list. That is only applicable to the very, very few administrators we have that are responsible for more than one fire department. So it probably doesn't apply to you. You're probably only going to see one fire department in that list, and that's the one that you're responsible for administering. But in the event that you were a user that had administrative rights over more than one fire department, you'd see several in the list to the right. We'll go back to the My Department, and then below that you can see that we have a My Details menu item that gives you information about you and your administrative roles within the department. You also have a menu item down here to send a new CAD alert, and we'll talk about that in a separate tutorial. At any time you want, you can make that main menu go away to give you more screen space on the top of the or in the main section of the screen. Now here in the first opening screen, we see some basic information about our fire department. It'll show you the name of the account as we have it within our system. You have the address, which would show up there, and a latitude and longitude. And here the latitude and longitude is referring to the latitude and longitude that your map views in the web portal will open to. So this allows you to select a specific latitude and longitude that your web portal maps will open to, when we'll show you those web portal maps a little later on. You can identify the name of your CAD system so that we have it in our records. You can also see what hydrant file is currently being used for your department. And if you want to, you can also export that hydrant file. It's a KML file, so it can be used in Google Earth. If you have a purpose to use it for some other reason, you can export it directly from here by clicking on it. You can see which geocode service we're using as the primary for your account. You can see whether your account is set for broadcast, meaning that all tablets go off simultaneously, or if this is unchecked, it's an indication that your department is activated tablet by tablet based on unit assignments. You'll see if you're an emergency reporting client and your interface is set up to go directly into your NFIRS report, and if you're a RIMS CAD client and have bidirectional support, that would be checked over here. We'll talk about the various tabs at the bottom in just a moment, but we want to show you that up in the upper right hand corner you have a notification box that will allow you to receive messages from our system administration notifying you if there's going to be a service outage or a feature improvement or maybe an update that's going to be set out in the Google Play Store and the App Store. You would see your notifications if there are any messages for you right there in that box. To the lower right of that, you have the edit icon. This is the icon that you'll click anytime you want to edit anything in your web portal. That's going to be the main edit that puts your system into edit mode, and we'll show you how that works as we go through some of the other tutorials. Now let's talk about these tabs. You can view your pre-plans by tapping on the pre-plan tab, and we'll talk details about that. You have your CAD alerts, that is the actual alerts that have been sent out to your system. You can view a list of your devices by going to the Devices tab, and that's all the tablets that you have operating within your agency. The Location Items collection is all the different things that show up on your map. This could be fire hydrants, this could be sticky waypoints, this could be tactical waypoints, photo points, anything that would be a location-based item is going to be in this collection on this tab right here. And then you have your Contacts tab, and that's the one I want to talk about for just a moment, because as part of your initial setup of your web portal, we would very much appreciate it if you would go in and update your Contacts tab. The Contacts tab gives us name, phone number in some cases, email addresses of different people that are responsible for your system or who need to be notified in the event there's any kind of outage with your system. So you can see we have a few different people that have been entered into ours down here already, but if I wanted to edit or add any new names to that, all I have to do is click this edit button to put my system into edit mode. Once I've done that, then you see the things that I can edit. In this case, I can edit the information for Glenn Babcock. The way I do that is simply to click the little pencil icon next to his name. It's going to open a fresh screen with all of his information, and I can go in here and change any of the information I want. For instance, I could change his last name to Jones if I wanted to. I can also identify that I want him to receive service notifications, and that'll automatically put him in our email list so that he'll be notified at any time there's some kind of a service outage or planned maintenance. So it's important to update this information to keep us informed of the folks that you would like to be in that notification list and other people we can contact if there's a problem for your account. You can specify people in there that are responsible for billing or service outages. You can give us the name of contact at your CAD system, at your dispatch center, and items like that to keep that up to date so that we have a reference of people that we can contact if we need to. You can also update the address of your department at any point just by simply clicking over here to either add a new address or look up and see if you have an existing address you would like to repeat for different stations. So you have that ability as well. At any time, if you're done editing and don't want to save any of your changes, you can simply hit the cancel button to get out of that without saving any of the changes that you made.